Assalamu alaikum, viewers. I'm Farrukh Nadeem with a new lecture from Aspire. Today's topic is very important. Usually, when you create a drawing in Aspire, especially a design that you need to repeat, many people tend to array it beforehand and make as many programs for it as needed. This way, the file becomes very heavy. The solution we have for this is the tool array. We have the tools here. I am opening a file that already has a toolpath and a design applied. This is a design on a 4-foot by 4-foot sheet that we need to cut. This design will be cut here and then here as well. I am opening a file that already has a toolpath and a design applied. Here's the design on a 4-foot by 4-foot sheet. We are cutting it, and this design will be cut here. And in the same way, it will be repeated on this as well. So as soon as I go to the toolpath, you can see there is a V-Carve toolpath and a profile one, meaning an end mill cutter has been used for this, which is working on the design. If I talk about its preview here, when you take a preview, you'll see this position. I'm zooming in to show you. Look here. This is where the cutting will happen. Tabs have been given in the middle so that when we cut this piece from the sheet, it stays held in the sheet. So as you can see, the V-Carve design is on the inside, and the end mill design, that is the end mill cutting, is on the outside, which is what I was discussing earlier, that this design is also do it, and then we make the program for all of it. There was also an issue being discussed in the group earlier that sometimes the machine starts from one place, sometimes from another, so there's no symmetry. It's not a professional way of working. So the bit we're about to discuss in the group, well, I guided people about it right then. Now this, we do, and then we make the program for everything. And this issue was also being discussed earlier in the group, that sometimes the machine starts from one place, sometimes from another, so there's no symmetry. It's not a professional way of working. So the bit we're about to discuss in the group, well, I guided people about it right then. Now, for this particular issue, I'm giving you a proper video as well. Here we have two toolpaths. Select both of these toolpaths from here, close it, and then here you'll find the option for Array Copy Toolpath. When you array and copy this toolpath, like I just selected here, see it has taken both toolpaths, the V-bit and the end mill. The V-bit used here is 120 degrees, 25 millimeters, and the end mill used here is 100 millimeters. So basically, it's not a big deal. You can work with a combination of millimeters and inches. It's not really an issue. Now, we'll start from here. Just like we stocked the toolpath, you can name it whatever you want here. And here, you need to look at these two options. One is for offset, and the other is for gap. This is exactly like arraying an object. In the same way, you can array these toolpaths. So at this point, I need to set the gap between them to 0. So I set this to 0 and this to 0. After that, for the rows and columns, meaning now one design will appear here and another one here, so that means the number of columns will be 2. And how many rows? From here, 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in total, we'll have 4 rows. So look at this. The gap between them needs to be set to 0. I set this to 0 and this to 0. For its rows and columns, one design will appear here and another one here. The columns will be 2. How many rows? From here, 1, 2, 3, 4 in total, we'll have 4 rows. I've set 4 rows, gap is 0. Calculate it, this is calculated. Where 2 columns and 4 rows were created, I'll double click here and change it to 3. Again, I'll calculate it. I'll slow down the speed, reset the preview, and preview all here. It created the outer boundary, then the V-curve from the inside, and then it used the end mill here. Or as soon as the end mill completes its passes, it will move to the next design. In the next design, first border, then V-carve inside, then outside. If I increase the speed, you'll see on the entire sheet, for sheets placed, total 6 sheets /design/ups, if you want to create its program like this, then look, we have the Save Toolpath option here. Go to Save Toolpath, select the path. Here, first, I select the V-carve. Now, select the V-carve program and save it from here. Save its toolpath. For example, if I save this toolpath, you can choose whichever post-processor you want. In the Array toolpath, I select V-Carve here. I wrote V-Carve and saved this file. After that, I uncheck it and select the profile, and then I save the toolpath here. Look, here I select End Mill. In this way, we have two separate programs. And if you have an ATC machine where auto tool change is possible, then you don't need to do any of this. Just select your post processor, select all the tools together, and save it from here. Because this single head post processor handles multiple tools easily. We edited, applied toolpaths, and made changes. Double-click to adjust values, gaps, or other settings. You can set them here. I hope this short video has been very helpful for you. Please remember me in your prayers. Allah Hafiz.